I am Maria Garcia de Fleury. When we gather at Mass, we're not recalling some unrelated historical incident. What we're doing is participating spiritually and physically in the meaning of the body, blood, soul, and divinity of Jesus Christ. Through faith, the Eucharist is an intimate mystery. The Lord instituted the sacrament in the upper room at the Last Supper, surrounded by his new family that was conformed by the 12 apostles, who are a prefiguration and anticipation of the church of all times. That Holy Thursday, Jesus walked from the upper room in a kind of procession with his apostles to the Mount of Olives. On that night, Jesus went forth and conquered the night, conquered the darkness of evil. Only in this way is the gift of the Eucharist instituted in the upper room fulfilled. Jesus truly gave his body and blood. Crossing the threshold of death, he became living bread through manna, endless nourishment for eternity. The flesh became the bread of life. Therefore, celebrating Corpus Christi means accompanying Jesus to the Mount of Olives. It is the Church's authentic desire in prayer to watch with Jesus, to not abandon him in the night of the world, in the night of betrayal, and in the night of indifference. So many on the feast of Corpus Christi, we once again carry out his procession, but with the joy of resurrection. The Lord has risen and guides us. In the narrative of the resurrection, there is a common and essential feature. The angels say, "The Lord goes before you to Galilee, where you will see him." This going ahead of Jesus implies that in Israel, Galilee was considered the gateway to the pagan world, and it is precisely on the mountain of Galilee that the disciples will meet the risen Jesus, who will ascend to heaven, and he tells them, "Go and make disciples of all nations." Jesus goes before us with the Father, rising to the heights of God and inviting us to follow him. The Lord always journeys to encounter the world. The power of the sacrament of the Eucharist transcends the walls of our churches. Christ is truly present among us in the Eucharist. His presence is not static. It is a dynamic presence that captivates us and makes us his own, to assimilate him and make us one with him. The Christ we encounter in the sacrament of the Eucharist is the same in America, Europe, Africa, Asia, Oceania. It is the same Christ who is present in the Eucharistic bread in every place on earth. This place we can only encounter him together with everyone else. We can only receive him in unity. We cannot communicate with the Lord if we do not communicate with one another. The Eucharist, we repeat, is the sacrament of unity. Pope St. John Paul II defines the Mother of God as a woman of Eucharistic training. She truly teaches what it means to enter into communion with Christ. Mary offered her own flesh and blood to Jesus and became living tent of the world, knowing herself to be penetrated by his presence in body and spirit. Friends, today on Corpus Christi, let us remember that this unity with human beings and with God is very important. Why? Because without doubt, with God, we always win.